So Leeds Business Improvement District, it started in 2015. We've just finished our third year. And what is a bid? Often people ask what you're bidding for. We're not actually bidding for anything. It's a business improvement district. And it comprises of businesses in the centre of Leeds who pay a levy, a 1.25% levy, on a business rates above 60,000. And of course, not all businesses pay the levy. There's 4,500 businesses in LS1, but 984 pay the levy. So again, more people benefit from the bid and from the contributions of those businesses, which gives us a fighting fund of just shy of £2.5 million a year to do things for the businesses in accordance with our business plan. So it's really about collaboration, it's about working together, and it's about making things happen which weren't happening before. We've got 3 lots of street teams now that we didn't have in 2015. The welcome ambassadors that are out on the street 7 days a week, welcoming people to the city.
It's also about having a bit of fun. It's also about something just nice. People hate that word sometimes, but actually just being nice is quite refreshing. Their job, of course, on a more serious level is about, selling the city. Everybody they interact with, I can guarantee, whether it's a 30-second conversation, can you just tell me the way to the station? Or whether it's a 20-minute conversation with one of the managers in a shop, because they go in and see our businesses and they keep them informed about all that's going on. They make a positive connection about this city with everybody that they speak to.
Our Ranger team, fantastic resource that we have on the streets. They're doing sort of the cleaning, deep cleaning and reactive clean. Very important that we maintain the standards in the city centre.
And they literally make the city shine. And I think the specialness about the Rangers is that we all like clean. We don't even realise how dirty a pavement is till you see it clean. But the point is they are very proud about that, making the city shine.
And the final street team is our evening ambassadors. Now they've come on in the last sort of 12 months or so, and that's a project that's really got traction now and going well. Back in 2015, we asked businesses what their priorities were, and one of the key priorities about experience, the experience people have when they come to Leeds. And part of experience is putting events on, because it drives footfall, it drives trade into the city centre, and it animates our city centre. And so we did follow up on the success of the Mobos in 2015, and we got them back in 2017. The second one was the Radio Awards, the Audio, Radio and Industry Awards, something that's known as the ARIAs. And that is now in its second year and going into its third year. And that's where the radio industry in the UK descends on Leeds for 2 days. We could put that money into doing a big marketing campaign in London to say, isn't Leeds fantastic? But getting London and getting the radio industry to Leeds to get them to experience it is, in my view, far better value for money. And those people then go away back to their radio stations and talk about how Leeds has progressed and what a great city it is.
Leeds International Festival. It's a showcase really of what Leeds is all about, and a packaging up of new innovative ideas and creative events.
I'm so proud of this dream that we have called the Leeds International Festival, which I think is really, a remarkable achievement from everybody who's been involved, and there really have been an awful lot of people who have made that happen.
As a retailer, I describe it as, here's our shop window for 10 days, and which products are we going to put in there that really amplify and tell a story about our city.
But that's the kind of thing you really are sending a message out of the city to the country and beyond, and say, this is a really cool place. This is somewhere really special and interesting you want to be a part of.
Then there's other events that have come along and they've said, how can we help get a leg up from there to there? Things like the indie food event in the city centre that's really gone from strength to strength in the past few years. Thought Bubble, another great example. The comic book convention, the UK's biggest comic book convention that is now happens in the centre of Leeds in September. And the research has shown that the economic benefit of that to our levy payers is really being strong. International visitors, people staying over, things like Eat Leeds, the restaurant week. August is not a great time.
We've done it in school holidays, and that's been purposefully done through consultation with the restaurants. Because, the classic summer school holiday, Lots of people go on holiday for a week or 2 or 3, and their trade maybe dips slightly.
And for us, it's a really, really good way to get customers through our doors, especially those who are completely new and maybe haven't been here before.
It's been absolutely fantastic for business. We have had the restaurant absolutely rammed pretty much every night.
So Eat Leeds was extremely successful last time we took part in February, and we're seeing exactly the same again this time.
If you look at how many people we have day to day, we're getting almost double the footfall that we normally would have, which is really, really good for us as a business.
That's what the bid is all about, is bringing those different elements together to make things happen for everyone's benefit.
Our brief around public space is to animate it and to make it welcoming. So we're looking at pockets of underused, hidden areas, which we can brighten and make a little bit more playful.
Park Square is a good example in the early days where they said we just want some tree lights and some deck chairs to support our staff at lunchtime. Then we've had Sovereign Square in the last 12 months and 18 months who've said, yeah, we'd like some deck chairs too. And now they're doing yoga at lunchtime, and people have had Wimbledon screens and so on.
The development on St Peter's Square, which is amazing now, was really a conversation with the Leeds College of Music. So we were able to see the potential in that space and invest with them in that space to create what we've got now, which is amazing. It's really playful, it's fun. We've got outside broadcast facilities for the BBC. There's a nod to the musical heritage of the city. And really it starts to give a reflection of who's in that area of town.
So they see the importance of animating those spaces to bring those people out of the buildings who work there, that they talk together and enjoy the sense of community, business community, but also to get them to experience the city centre in which they work. In the summertime, where obviously schools are off, and we've seen a giant dinosaur in the middle of Trinity.
And what an amazing experience that was, and without the bid we couldn't have put that event on. The dinosaur reached over 2.1 million people on social media, which is amazing and unheard of for some of our campaigns we've had.
The Leeds International Piano Competition, one of the world's most renowned musical competitions, returned to the city this year, and LeedsBID was instrumental in bringing a piano project of events and activities to Leeds City Centre to raise awareness of the event. Some of the projects that we worked on was the Leeds Piano Trail, which was a trail of 12 beautifully decorated pianos that popped up around the city centre. There was pop-up performances that were planned, and members of the public were also encouraged to play.
It's surprising and delighting customers. It's seeing something very different every day, and the piano does just that. I suppose maybe your first impression of what you think somebody might sound like, but then actually when you hear them you think, wow, what an amazing pianist. It's really, really great to see. And that's bringing a really great piece of retail experience to life.
And I guess what I'm looking forward to for the next 12 months is I'm seeing projects that have come forward that have been ideas 18 months ago that people are now seeing the reality.
I'm looking forward to working collaboratively with all different organisations throughout the city centre to continuing to transform this city and make new things happen.
Those of us that know this city know its uniqueness, and I think I'm just looking forward to being able to continue telling that story from, a really privileged position.